In this video, we're diving into the head and tail commands. These are essential tools for viewing the beginning and end of files, with the added capability of monitoring files in real time. The head command is used to display the beginning of a file. By default, it shows the first 10 lines of the specified file. It is a really useful command for quickly inspecting the content of a file without having to open the entire file in a text editor. The head command works with both text files and binary files. Here are some examples of how to use the head command. The basic syntax is head, followed by the file name. To specify the number of lines to display, you can use the N option followed by the number of lines you want to see and the file name. For example, head n5 filename.txt will display the first 5 lines of the file. There is also a shorthand version where you can write head-5 filename.txt, which achieves the same result. Let's explore some practical examples of using the head command. First, you can view multiple files at once. For example, the command head-n2 file1.txt file2.txt will display the first 2 lines of both file1.txt and file2.txt, with clear headers indicating which file each section comes from. Second, instead of lines, you can view a specific number of bytes from the beginning of a file. The command headc20 large underscore file.txt will display the first 20 bytes of the file. Also, you can display the first 1 kilobyte of the file using the command headc1k large underscore file.txt. The tail command is used to display the end of a file. By default, it shows the last 10 lines of a file. It's particularly useful for monitoring log files, where new entries are added to the end of the file as events occur. A key feature of tail is its ability to follow file changes in real time. Let's look at some examples. The basic syntax is tail followed by the file name. Similar to head, you can specify the number of lines to display using the N option. For example, tail n5 filename.txt will show the last 5 lines of the file. The shorthand version tail-5 filename.txt also works. To follow a file and display new lines as they are added, use the F option, tail-f filename.txt. This is great for watching log files as they update. Let's look at some practical examples of using the tail command. First, let's see how to follow log files in real time. Executing tailf/var/log/syslog will display the end of the system log file, and as new entries are added to the log, they will automatically appear in your terminal. Second, let's explore how to view multiple files. The command tailn2 error.logaccess.log will display the last 2 lines of both error.log and access.log, with headers to indicate which file each section comes from. The tail command has some useful advanced options. First, there is the F option. The uppercase F option is more robust than the lowercase f. It follows a file by name and will continue to follow the file even if the file is rotated or recreated. You can use it like this: tail f/var/log/apache2/access.log. Second, the Q option, which stands for quiet mode, suppresses headers when displaying multiple files. This is useful in scripts or when you want to further process the output. You can use it like this: tail qn3 file1.txt file2.txt. Third, you can change the polling interval when following files using the sleep interval option. The default is 1 second. This can be useful if you want to reduce the system load. For example, tail f sleep interval equals 5 log file.txt. Finally, there is the retry option. This option makes tail keep trying to open a file, even if it's inaccessible or becomes inaccessible. For example, tail f retry/var/log/system.log. Here are some practical use cases for the head and tail commands. First, monitoring log files. You can watch for errors or events in real time as they occur by using the command tail f/var/log/jinx/error.log. Second, you can filter with grep. You can combine tail with grep to monitor for specific events in a log file. For example, to watch for errors, use the command tail faccess.log_grep error. The pipe symbol sends the output of tail to the grep command, which filters the lines containing error. Finally, you can use head and tail for quick file inspection. You can check the beginning or end of large files without loading the entire file. For example, to see the first 20 lines, use the command head n20 large_dataset CSV. Here is a summary of what we have covered, along with some best practices. Key takeaways. Head shows the beginning of files. Tail shows the end of files. Both commands accept and to specify the line count. Tail F follows file changes in real time, and both work with multiple files simultaneously. Here are some best practices. Use F instead of F for log files that rotate. Combine with grep to filter for specific content. Use less for interactive viewing of large files, and consider multitail for monitoring multiple logs at once. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.